Okay, so this is the last part. So is this a function or not? So you can clearly see here that not all inputs are having an output. So you can see 4 does not have any output here. So you say this is not a function. Okay, it is not a function. All right. So what about this? Quickly, let's just do this last example. So we have 1, 2, and 3 here. Then we have 4, 6, and 10. So if, for example, now we have this. So let's pretend that we have something like this. Can you say that this is a function or not? So we can see that all the first criteria, all inputs have outputs. Then secondly, you can see that is each input having at least just one input. So you can see that 1 has 6, 2 has 6, 3 has 10. So this is a relation. So it's regardless, they can all of them, even this, if for example, we have 2, the way we have 1, 3, then we have 4, 6, and a 10. All of them can even have the same output. But so long as it's one output from each, you call this a function. All right. So that is the main thing about a function. And the last one is, I'll just probably, okay, let's look at now the types of functions. So functions can either be, all right, so functions can either be many to one, all right, as we saw in the previous example, where we had something like this. Then let's say we have A, B, and C. So you can have many to one, and you have something like this. All right, so this is a function. So you can see that many to one is a function. Then the last one that is there is a one-to-one. The others don't qualify to be known as a function. So remember that a function is a relation. Okay, it's a special type of a relation. Okay, so this one is one-to-one. Okay, which is the last thing that I just wanted us to look at. So how do you state if you're one-to-one? So one-to-one, you know that each one is just going to have, for example, 1, 2, 3, like we stated, let's say it's A, B, and C. Each one is going to have its own output. All right, so that's a one-to-one. So now how do you state in terms of a function? So let's say we have been given something like this. So let's say if you have been given f of x, or let's begin with this, you can write a function. So a function is one-to-one. So a function is one-to-one. So a function is one-to-one if and only if the f of A is equal to the f of B for all elements. So what do we mean by this? So if, for example, let's just do one example. I think this will be enough. So example, let's say we have been given f of x is equal to, so we have f of x equal to 3x plus 1. So being given this, you know we can put down the f of a. It means wherever there is x, put a. It will be 3a plus 1. Then where there's the f of b, okay, let me just write it here. The f of b, we're going to say this will be equal to what? 3b rather, plus 1, right? So now we're saying that the condition is that f of a should be equal to f of b. So therefore here we're going to get these two functions, the f of a and the f of b, and equate them and see if it's going to give us this. So we know that the f of a, all right, is 3a plus 1. So you can write 3a plus 1 should be equal to what? To the 3b plus 1, 3b plus 1. Okay, so from here, we can have our 3a is equal to, then we have 3b, then we can take this one to the other side. This will be plus 1 minus, so this will become a minus 1. So we can clearly see here that this will be 3b is equal to, these two cancel. It will just be equal to 3b, then you divide both sides by 3, so that we can remain with this will be a is equal to b, therefore implying that the f of a is equal to the f of b. So this is this function is a one-to-one. So if this does not hold, then you know that it's equal to what? It's a many-to-one. So that is all that was remaining. We'll come and do a lot of things when we meet on Thursday. But for now, this is all that is there for the introduction to functions. Okay, so see you, take care, and don't forget to subscribe.